Hello, and we're gonna play one game before I go for my party. So, this is against Croatia, and yes, I am still allowed to go for parties. No matter what they say, I'm gonna find a way. Alright. So, this looks pretty solid. This is my kind of opening. I love the knight c3 and this type of thing set up. I learned this opening from the former world champion and have been playing it ever since for about 4 years. Now knight here is the big trap. If he does knight there, it's game over. GG, goodbye, good night. Okay, he knows the knight wants to hop in there, so he's preparing that. We're gonna push bishop here, queen there, and like start putting some pressure on that pawn. Maybe hop the knight here and here, castle in between at a good moment, maybe even right away. There's no rush on the castling actually. So, in fact, knight here already might be kind of interesting because this square is open because of this diagonal. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Let's just castle. Okay, so that's what we wanted to verify, how he's going to handle this. Now, ordinarily, I take it and push this pawn up and queen here, adding a little bit of pressure, get the knight hopping in. But I'm going to play a different style this time, just for today. This is the style I used to play with at the very early stages of learning this opening, and it tended to do fairly well because maintaining this tension seems to do pretty good for black, especially if your game plan is to get your knight on f5. I don't think he can do that because this bishop is hanging. If the bishop were on e2, then I wouldn't be able to play this move because then I wouldn't have this piece to take. So it's already in GG territory, but I still got to knock this one off. Yeah, I'm a clear piece ahead for a pawn. So it's looking pretty solid, but he might have a big center, and that's probably the right way for him to play in this situation. Get a big center and use that as your competitive edge to offset the piece imbalance which is currently at play. If you allow me enough time to regroup and recuperate my pieces, things are likely to end badly for you. Now here's a question. I could do it like this. I could even do queen here already. I think this is the nicest. It's the most flexible. This is definitely on his cards. Now how do we handle this? I guess I only have one move. So am I getting mated somehow? Or I mean, am I losing any pieces? I think I want to take this. As soon as I can, I want to take this, get the rooks off the board, and then the game's much easier. Queen here is interesting as an idea. Kind of gaining some, pushing the queen into the game while, you know, forcing his queen to retreat because he can't afford to trade queens when he's a piece down. So I think I'm going to play that move first. He could get his knight into the game actually in an interesting way, possibly. Let's do this one first. Okay, so we've diluted some tension there. I think I can still handle it if he does decide to do that. Oh, that seems like a poor choice strategically. This knight's holding on to that, I don't have to worry. Maybe I can get my bishop more activated in the game while offering an exchange. So he has to move back, then I can move my knight here and attack this pawn. So I'm getting a bit of tempo by offering trades which he can't accept because he's behind. That's a good strategy. If you're ahead in the game and you want to activate some pieces, offer trades which he can't accept, so he's got to move back and you gain tempo. Alright, this is a masala move, but doesn't really have much in it, does it? Because, yeah, looks like a pretty much game over game here. He really wants to win something, but there's nothing for him, it seems like. Some tricks. Pawn is vulnerable. Yeah, I can't afford to lose this pawn. I have the back rank covered with my knight here, so I could take that if it ever gets to that stage. Yeah. That's eager for the check kind of a move. We're gonna just push it back here so that we have this spot covered, and if he attacks us, we'll take the back rank. Play super solid, super tight. Leave no stone unturned on this one. I mean, he is a 2200 level player, so you can't take him lightly. Yeah, it's never fun to play these kind of situations when you're behind, like so badly behind and desperately looking for tricks, but props to him for giving it a good try. Okay, so now it's a big question, how do I want to handle this? What's a good way to handle this? Knight here, threatening the rook. He definitely wants to bring his knight here. Does knight here do anything? If pawn goes up, I think maybe my knight is getting a bit off the square. I do have back rank threats which come in, but he has an exit square, pretty safe one. Pretty safe one. I don't know. Just gotta play a reasonably fast move, reasonably okay move for the time being. That's a bit surprising, but okay. He is working his, yeah. We're not gonna, oh, my God. Oh my God, I lost the game. Oh my God.